Pledge to United States flag. I pledge allegiance to the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Texas flag. One state, under God, one and indivisible. Brothers, I got to hear y'all. There are so many of you here now. So let's bring the energy level up a little bit. Mission. Development of intellectual, moral, physical, social, and emotional skills for the growth of society tomorrow. Vision. Motto. Believe, achieve, succeed. Core beliefs. Campus core. Student core. Creed. Actions are governed by the strength of character rather than winds of emotion. We resist excuses, holding ourselves accountable for our actions. We are successful to honesty, humility, and the pursuit of intellectual excellence. We are loyal to our family. We are our brother's keeper. We are committed to our community. We are servants of mankind. We have the audacity to hope. We have the audacity to succeed. We are the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy. Song. Achieve, succeed. Moment of silence. You may be seated.
Is it not working? Okay. All right, I hope that everyone can hear me. I'll try to speak up so you can hear me in the back. Can you hear me in the back, Mr. Tony? Mr. Tony, can you hear me in the back? I know this. I want to keep with the conversation with Ms. Wise. Can you hear me in the back? Okay, perfect. You have to know what to do that. So I want to thank everyone for being here. It is impressive to see the uniforms. All right, I knew that you all could do it. And there's just a couple people that love that attention from me. And that's why I'm here. So let's make sure that we have our uniforms every day. It ties in with lines 1 and 13. We are the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy. All right, so just make sure that this uniform is a part of your expectation every day. And this couldn't have happened just by me trying to pull it together. Everyone at Play Day really keep part in making sure that we all are here. 95, 94% of the brothers in uniform. And we were all here in license with the exception of the city. So thank you very much, you all, for your support and making this happen. This should happen even if I'm not here. If I'm not here, we should look just like this, except that 94.5 should go to 100%. That's what all again. Thank you, staff. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for holding your brothers accountable. I saw somebody say, hey, man, I told you to take the hoodie off. So please make sure that that's what we're doing every day. So for do you have any birthdays today?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we do have lots of birthdays, but for the rhythm,
Mr. Akbar, look at the message.
Oh,
we'll work on.
we have a speaker this morning.
So we have
Okay.
a speaker this morning, which is great, but we'll also get to the birthdays after the speaker. We'll work on into rhythm later on today. If not, we can catch up with that tomorrow. I know most of y'all have shuttle phones, but we'll just put that on the back burner for now. And thank you for all the teachers who monitoring your house. Thank you for holding the brothers accountable for the house and the teachers and everyone else as well.
We do have one thing about Jeans Day. So, brothers, this is for the senior class. If you want to bring $3 tomorrow, you can wear your jeans tomorrow with the school shirt, with the Spears shirt. This I'll put this on the leadership lounge later today. But jeans can be worn with the college shirt or the your regular uniform, no joggers. And that last part, I know it's kind of hard to see. No ripped jeans, right? And I know some of you, I've seen it. Some of you guys are wearing not fully ripped, or you can see like your knees and your shins and whatnot, but partially ripped. That includes that as well. Just regular jeans that are no holes, rips, or anything to that nature. If you have if you're wondering, is this good or not good? Then don't do it and just wear, if you're like, you don't know if these jeans are proper or not, don't wear it. Because it's better that you wear your regular jeans or if you don't have it, then just wear your uniform. Because it's, you don't want to spend $3 and then you're ending up, you can't even wear it and you'll have to change. Okay, so that's tomorrow. It's $3 to participate, and let's do that and let's support the senior class. So, like we said, we do have a guest speaker today. So I'll stop screen sharing from here, and Ms. Garrett, you could give the rights to the speaker, and then we'll go from there.
You can let him go, Ms. Garrett. You can introduce the speaker.
Good morning, Mr. Ariasa. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here waiting on my other teammate. He's currently in the waiting room, I believe.
Okay, I'm looking. I don't have him in the waiting room right at this moment, but as soon as he comes through, I will bring him through. You have co-host privileges now, so you can go ahead, and as soon as I see him, I'll bring him through for you.
All right. Let me just pull everything up so that I can share my screen with you. And all right, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
All right, so good morning to the gentlemen of the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy. My name is Edwin Ariaza. I am an alumni from the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy. I graduated in 2019, and I just wanted to share with you guys a little bit of the group I've been working with and some opportunities we have available for you. So the organization I'm part of is a nonprofit civic engagement organization called Somos Tejas. We focus on two main things, which are cultura and conciencia, which basically means that we try to engage people into their communities, both with culture and by being active. So our main goals are to organize advocates, young professionals, educators, students that are committed to creating a new culture of civic engagement that engages and empowers the Latino community. So what this means is that most of the time when you think about, being engaged in your community, you think about going out to vote, you think about, presidential elections, but there's a lot more than that. We do a lot of different aspects of civic engagement, not just, the usual going out to vote. So some of the programs that we have are voter participation, neighborhood associations, and year-round block walks. So what this means is that we're not just, like I said, going out to vote. We're out there registering people to vote continuously throughout the year. We form neighborhood associations in neighborhoods that might be underperforming or might need a little bit more help, because most of the time when we think about how we get things done in our neighborhood, we don't really know the process. And especially in the Latino and Black communities, we seem to underperform when it comes to going out and getting engaged. So one of the aspects of our neighborhood associations is building that trust, building that community. I'm sure a lot of you might not know how to ask your council members to get a road fixed because there's a huge pothole that's ruining cars, or maybe you have a sidewalk that just isn't usable at all. So we help those neighborhoods learn how to do that through workshops. We also block walk whenever there's an event going on. So we go to every door, we knock on their doors or leave a flyer, letting them know, hey, this is what's going on in your community. There's a meeting, there's a district planning, rezoning, things that are going on. And we let them know, we make sure our communities are informed, because like I said, sometimes our communities are the ones that struggle the most. And we do this year round. Unlike other organizations here in Texas, they only focus on our communities during elections. We make sure to focus on our communities every single aspect of the year. We were the first organization to focus on the census during 2020, which was a year where, nobody was going out, everybody was shut in, but we said, you know what, we have to reach our communities during this time. So we were there speaking to them, not only about the census, but also dropping off community care packages, which included masks, included COVID-19 resource information, and just making sure that our communities were well taken care of in a time where they were in dire need of it. So our voter participation program makes sure that we engage, inform, and activate voters. With the pictures you see here, we've registered certain voters. They come out and join us sometimes on our block walks, and eventually we get to see them go cast their first vote. So we're with our voters from every single step of the way. So, from the very first registration to going out to vote, it's a very big process. And unfortunately, in the Latino community, it's a process that's not as common as it should be. A lot of, our communities here, you turn 18 and they say, oh, wow, you're ready to vote. You can go vote now. Unfortunately, because of the Latino community coming from a culture where voting isn't as important, we kind of don't hear that. And because of that, we underperform when it comes to elections, and we end up missing out on a lot of resources. We end up missing out on a lot of information, and our communities end up being a little bit forgotten. So in order for us to change that, in order for us to say, hey, let's make sure that our communities aren't forgotten, let's make sure that we have this voice, that we have this power, we need to engage ourselves, we need to inform ourselves, and we need to get active. So our neighborhood associations. A lot of neighborhoods in the Oak Cliff area and other areas of Dallas are in very dire need of resources and very dire need of help. So what we do is that we go to those neighborhoods, we form an association, we help them grow their association, help them reach out to other neighbors in their community. And like I said before, we build that trust. So we also end up hosting several variety of community events, from pop-up shops to workshops about how to talk to your councilman. And that just grows the way that we can communicate, and it grows the way that we can influence the people in power to know that we do have a voice, we are here, and we're not going to be forgotten. So our year-round community canvases, I know that saying we walk around and go door to door might sound a little bit scary to some people, but it's actually not really that scary. When you're going around neighborhoods that you might be part of and that you notice are in need of help, or that you might just say, hey, none of our neighbors go out and vote. You get to talk to people, you get to tell them, hey, there's an election coming up. Are you planning to go vote? And you get to hear the reasons why, or why people choose not to. And sometimes those reasons are rooted in our culture. I hear so much where people say, hey, I don't go out and vote because I don't think my vote matters. And they say this because unfortunately our cultures come from an area where voting may not matter as much. And we forget that in the United States, it's a little bit different, especially when it comes to local elections. Presidential elections are very important, but if you're thinking about your neighborhood and you're thinking about your community, it's the local elections that are going to matter the most. Your city council members, your district board members, those are going to directly influence things that are going to happen around you. And unfortunately, those seem to be the elections where people vote the least. And it's very unfortunate, because I'm sure everybody has heard people say, oh yeah, voting doesn't matter. Our roads are still a mess. Our schools are still a mess. And then the elections come around and nobody votes. So we can't really expect anything to change if we don't change anything. So, and then we have our other pillar, which is cultura. So aside from doing all the voting and all the neighborhood associations, we also want to make sure that the Hispanic culture here in Dallas is also present. We have a very big Latino population here in Dallas, and we want to make sure that people feel like they're part of a culture where we're represented. Representation matters a lot in communities, and not just when it comes to being elected. So when we have events, we try to make sure that part of our culture is in those events. Our most recent event was called Pachanga at the Polls. So in order to get votes out for this past election cycle for the primaries, we made sure to create this event where we had music, we had tamales, we had champurrado, which is a very Mexican drink. And we pretty much created a party at one of the polling locations, which is where you go out and vote. So towards the end of that voting day, we had at least 100 more people show up than they would have. And this was during the cold that happened that week. So even though it was 40 degrees outside, we had 100 people just around that area, just having fun, enjoying our pachanga at the polls and going out to vote. So we can see the influence we've had on our community. And sometimes when I'm out there walking and knocking on people's doors, they'll recognize me. They're like, oh, hey, what are you doing this time? So it's very nice to have that trust and that community back you whenever you're out there. And it's a very nice way to impact our people and give a voice to people that don't think they have one. So if students of Barack Obama want to join us, or just want to see what we're about, we have our social media links right here, including our website. Right now, we are going to start hiring for paid internships, which will include, $15 an hour pay for just going out and joining us at our events or going out and joining us on our block walks, which, like I said, might sound like a lot, but it's actually very, very easy, and it helps you get involved in one of the coolest ways I think are possible. So if anyone has any questions, or if Ramiro, you want to say anything else, please feel free to do so.
Sounds good. Edwin, I just wanted to thank you for just really your leadership. I actually met Edwin shortly after, or when he was in the Barack Obama school and in one of the campaigns. And whenever he speaks of the work that we're doing, it's really possible because of leaders like himself. I mean, I've seen him, knock on the first dozen doors, and now we have over 25,000 homes that we reached. And whenever you think about 25,000 homes, that means that, without a doubt, there's over 1,000 houses that now have seen Edwin, who have been able to receive information because of leaders like himself. And I think this is a great opportunity for someone to step into that role and realize that whether you're able to vote or not, you still have a voice. And it's people like him because of, whether you have limitations based on age restrictions. Myself and Edwin are both dreamers, and we don't have the potential to vote, but our voice is equally as powerful and is equally as important. And we use our voice to help thousands of people cast their vote. So I just wanted to emphasize the power that you all have as young leaders to exercise your voice. And, this is a great opportunity for you to have, that chance to learn how to exercise your voice, to do it in a safe place, and to do it for a community that really deserves leaders like yourself. The last thing I wanted to end this with is, it's really a pleasure to be in the Barack Obama Leadership Academy, especially having one of your alums leading this conversation, because I think we're following in the footsteps of our past president, because he started as a community organizer, and that's what we're inviting you to be a part of. We are community organizers. We're here doing the same work that President Barack Obama once did. And who knows, Edwin just came back from the Capitol a few days ago, and maybe in the future we're going to be paying him a visit, and I see that because I see his leadership, I see his way to connect, and I see his hustle and drive. So this is an opportunity that we want to extend to all the students who are present here today as well.
Well, thank you so much. Hi, I'm Mr. Akbar, sixth grade world culture, seventh grade Texas studies. I just, Brother Edwin, if you could just do me a favor, and I'm going to put my email address in the chat box here. I see you have a QR code. If you could email that to me along with your QR code and the website, I could put it on our internal website so that the brothers can check it out and learn more about your awesome organization. So whenever you get the chance, you could send me an email, or whoever got in contact you, send them an email with your QR code and your website so that we can I can post it on the internal website. Thank you. Do we have any questions from the brothers? Okay, so back to you again.
Well, thank you very much, Brother Edwin, for joining us and showing what an impactful leader is. And also thank you, Mr. Luna Somos, Oh, sorry, Luna, Somos Tejas.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Luna. Thank you very much for joining us. You know, it's definitely a pleasure, and I hope that the brothers here are able to look at Brother Edvin's impact and, you know, begin to find your purpose and then see what kind of impact you're going to make. You know, right now, we're developing you all into impactful leaders. Then you hopefully have an idea what kind of impact you want to make. But if you haven't, you are beginning now to find your purpose. And how are you going to be preparing yourself to make that impact? All right, so, you know, $15, hey, that's great. You aren't going to really be able to beat that for, you know, most part-time jobs, you know, but also you're going to be able to make an impact and go out, touch the lives of people, develop yourself, you know, make these relationships. You may meet someone who's going to be able to help you. So thank you all again for joining and interacting with our young men. We hope to continue the relationship. Mr. Akbar is going to put this on our leadership lounge, and we hope some brothers do take advantage of this opportunity. Are there any questions, any comments that we have from the audience? All right. Well, thank you all very much for joining us. You all have a great day, and we hope to continue the partnership. Thank you very much
For having us, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. And just please follow us on all our social media sites. Somos Tejas. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. So thank you.
I know you have the birthdays.
Sure.
So we'll do the birthdays, and then let's take a look at that volume so it's not too.
Yeah, no, I fixed it up.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it was a little loud. Okay, so I will go back.
Birthdays real quick.
Okay, so we're gonna do the birthdays from Friday and spring break because we didn't get a chance to celebrate these brothers. So March 11th, Brother Andy Alvarado, 8th grade, and Brother Jason Blanco, 6th grade, and Brother Jordan Moreland. I don't know where Brother Andy and Brother Jason could be here. So if you want to stand up, we could congratulate them. This is from March 11th. So happy birthday. Ah, Brother Jason's over there. Happy birthday. I don't know, Andy? No? All right. Let's keep it rolling. March 12th, Brother Jalen Bates, 8th grade. Brother Jalen, where you at? No? All right, so happy birthday to Brother Jalen. Hopefully you had a great day. Where am I at? Okay, here we go. March 13th, Brother Michael Gavar, 9th grade. I think you're here, right, Michael? Brother Michael? Let's give it up for Brother Michael. All right, happy birthday, Brother Michael. Wherever you are. All right. March 15th, 10th grade, Brother Christian Oriana. So, happy birthday, Brother Christian. I don't know if you're here or not. You should. He's a 10th grader. So, happy birthday, Brother Christian. Yeah. You're right. All right, let's keep it going. Brother Josiah Guevara, 6th grade. Josiah, I don't know where you're at. Okay, I see him actually. There we go. All right. Happy birthday, Brother Josiah. Oh, I forgot to play the song. My bad. All right. 11th grade, Brother Zion Hudson. Happy birthday, where's Brother Zion at?
Sign transfer.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. We're moving right along here. March 18th, there was Brother Christopher Hernandez, 11th grade, and Brother Reynaldo Ruiz, 8th grade. Where's the... All right. I know those brothers are at. Reynaldo, Brother Christopher. Happy birthday to those brothers as well. All right. March 20th, yesterday. Brother Eric Lopez, 10th grade. All right, Brother Eric. Oh, I don't know. Okay, so I'll stop sharing. All right, there's a lot of birthdays. Okay, do we have any announcements from the teachers? Mr. Forte.
Motto.
Believe, achieve, succeed.
Come on, brothers. Let's make sure we're all sitting up. Thank you, thank you. Good job. What house is this? 100 for Alliance. Can we all sit up? Everybody else? Come on. So, motto.
Believe, achieve.
So what house is this right here? So everybody should sit up for that evening. Everybody should sit up for that evening. I'm waking up too. Thank you. All right, thank you. All right, so Mr. Forte, I got 2 announcements. One for 7th and 8th grade. Remember 7th and 8th grade choir students. We are after school every day until Friday for UIL teachers. 7th and 8th grade teachers. Choir is Friday. I think band is actually next week. So just be looking out for that list of band and choir students. So they'll be out Friday, and then whatever day it is for band. But it's a new 9 weeks, so hopefully they don't miss too much. And then for high schoolers, seniors, I have your varsity jackets if you order them. So any high school that order a varsity jacket, come by my room and get that. Thank you. Have a good day.
All right. Okay, thank you, Mr. Forte. Any other announcements, Mr. Anderson? Okay. Okay, thank you, Mr. Anderson. Any other teachers with an announcement? All right then. Mr. Fernandez?
Yes, yes. Good morning. Good morning. This is Mr. Fernandez, assistant principal, and I do have an announcement. First, I want to give kudos to all the students and the teachers who were able to make the common assessment mock STAR a successful. You know, we only have very few students that actually need to do a makeup, and we're inviting them during first period. If you have any students that needs to come and do a makeup, they need to come to the computer lab in room 322. Now, also, I want to let you know that we're going to be working with the TELPAS listening and speaking. So I sent an email this morning, teachers. So please make sure you look at that email and send those students there will be a morning session starting at 9:35 and a PM session after 1:15 after lunch. So look at the two different groups, because with the listening and speaking, we have to have a smaller group, since the students will be using now the headsets with the microphones to be able to speak, and we cannot have too many students in one place talking at the same time. So look at the list and send me those students during first period and also after lunch, okay? So that's for the listening, and speaking, and that's gonna start today with a 9th and 10th grade. Okay, so during the AM and PM, we will have completed 9th and 10th grade. Okay, also, teachers, it is time to start looking at the TELPAS, writing. Okay, I'm gonna be sending you, emails with specific students that are missing a writing, sample, and we need to, complete, those this week, because we want our raters to start, rating no later than, Friday, because next week I will have to input all those, ratings that you give, to the students. Okay, I want to thank you, and I'll see you later. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Fernandez. Good morning, Ms. Garrett, Assistant Principal. I do have a few announcements for you all. Welcome back from spring break. I hope you guys had a wonderful break. To all of the students and staff. Just a quick reminder, I know Mr. Jackson already mentioned it about the hoodies, and I'm sure Mr. Akbar did as well. The Friday before spring break was the last day for hoodies. And so we will be taking those in the front office from now on. You will not be allowed to have hoodies in the building. The next announcement is about tutoring waivers. So there are a few of you that will be participating in a tutoring program here on campus. We have an online program that the district is providing, and I will be having these notices in your 4th period class today for those of you that are eligible for the program. So take this paper home if you receive this in 4th period, and you're going to have your parents sign it tonight and bring it back in the morning for house points. And then also, if they know how to do it online, they can do it online as long as they fill it out some kind of way and get it back to me by Wednesday. So all students that turn this in by Wednesday will get house points. Also, attendance for credit. Thank you all that attended attendance for credit during spring break. Before spring break, we did continue to rack those hours up. If you need a special schedule for seat time, please let me know. And teachers, please get the attendance for credit assignments in there for students, because they are eager to get that completed for this semester. And last but not least, for the grade book, students and teachers, please make sure there are a minimum of 2 grades per week in the grade book. We will be auditing those no later than tomorrow. Students, it is also your responsibility to check your grades at least weekly and make sure that you have 2 grades from each teacher in the grade book, and that you have completed all of your assignments, and there is nothing incomplete, nothing you have not turned in, because we are nearing the end of grading cycle, or the grading cycle has ended, but in this last grading cycle, let's make sure that we're keeping track of those. Make sure you turned in all past due projects so that we can end strong. Thank you, and have a great Monday, and welcome back.
Okay, any other announcements? All right then, so I guess, Ms. Garrett, we can close the Zoom, and then, yeah, that's it. Thank you.